What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. As you can see, we're out here in the garage once again, and today we have John's 2024 Road Glide in Blue Burst here, and we are actually going to be installing a new set of bars on his bike today. The stock handlebars that come on the new 2024 models honestly aren't that bad. So what we're going to be doing today is installing a set of Dominator Industries bars. So we're going to be installing a set of 12-inch Big Daddy Miter Apes 1.5 inch bars on this 2024 Road Glide today. So come along as we do this install and let's get started. So I just want to give you guys an overview of John's 2024 Road Glide here in Blue Burst. This is a 1-year color. What I mean by that is they only made Blue Burst with the black trim in 2024. They brought Blue Burst back for 2025, but you can only get it in the chrome trim. So this here is a pretty rare bike. Blue Burst with the black trim and a Road Glide is a pretty rare color and a pretty rare bike at this point. You can only get it in 2024. So we've done a few things to this bike already. As you can see, it's slammed down on some dirty air ride front and rear with the center stand, super sick, and I might be putting dirty air on my 24 as well, but these new 2024s look killer slammed down like this. And also it has a stage 2 already on it. Yes, the air cleaner is missing because I'm waiting on some parts to come back from powder coat. This bike has the D&D 2-in-1 billet cat with the big bore baffle. This pipe actually came off my 24 because, give you a little sneak peek over here, John actually bought it off me and put it on his bike, and also my air cleaner, which is at powder coat. But anyway, this bike here is a stage 2. It's got the D&D billet cat 2-in-1 with the heavy breather air cleaner, and it also has the custom 520 lift cam from All American Cycles. Huge shout out to All American Cycles. This camshaft sounds so good, and I'll start the bike up later in the video and show you guys how good it does sound. But yes, this has the 520 lift cam, and it is tuned on a Thundermax, guys. Wheaties Performance definitely hooked it up and installed the cam, pipe, Thundermax, and the air ride on this unit, and the only thing it's missing right now is a set of bars. So without further ado, let's hop into the video and get started. All right, guys, so here are the bars that we're putting on John's bike today. These are 12-inch tall, 1.5 inches thick. You guys see how thick these bars are? They look sick, and I cannot wait to see what they look like on the Road Glide. But 1.5 inch bars here, and yes, they are pre-wired, guys. Check that out. So yes, these bars come wired right from Dominator Industries. Huge shout out to Dominator Industries. I'll put a link in the description below on where you guys can get a set of these, and I'll also link their website. They offer a huge variety of different handlebar setups and seats and other parts for your Road Glide or Street Glide. So yeah, once again, huge shout out to Dominator Industries. I'll put their website up here on the screen and also link it in the description of the video. But what I like the most about these Dominator Industry bars is obviously the 1.5 inch bar, which looks killer. I love a nice thick bar. And also they come pre-wired, so you don't have to mess with running your stock wires through the bars. That's honestly my least favorite part of building a Harley, is running wires through the bars. It's always so difficult for me and I absolutely hate it. But Dominator Industries offers these bars pre-wired, plug and play, ready to bolt on your 2024 Road Glide. As you see right here, it's gonna be a super easy install. All you have to do is remove this nacelle, if you will, this plastic housing around the triple tree. Remove that, undo these 4 bolts holding the top bar clamp on, and the stock bars will come right off. It should be a pretty simple and fast install, guys. So to go with our Dominator Industries 12-inch bars today, we're gonna be installing a set of these Arlen Ness black diamond grips. I'll show you guys what they look like here in a second. Here's the part number if you guys are interested, and I'll also put a link in the description below on where you guys can get these as well. There's not too many grip options out there for the 2024 and up models yet, and in my opinion, the Arlen Ness diamond grips are gonna be the best option. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop the stock bars off and get these Dominator Industry bars installed. All right, guys, so the first step here is to remove this plastic piece here around your fork lock. You wanna go ahead and use like a trim removal tool, something like this, and basically go up under here and pry up on that, and then it pops right off, just like that. And then under here you have 2 Phillips screws, so we're gonna go ahead and undo those. You have 1 Phillips screw up here, you undo that. And then you have 2 3/8 bolts over here on the side. We're gonna use a ratchet wrench to undo those bolts. And then this plastic nacelle basically separates, and I'll show you guys how that works here in just a second. Once that's apart, then we can unplug our stock wires that run through the bars. We can unplug them from the harness and then basically undo these 4 bolts here, and the stock bars will come off. And then before we take the bars off, we do have to use a T27 Torx bit and undo the perch clamps here for the controls on both sides. And what we're gonna do is just drape the brake master cylinder and the clutch lever with the mirrors. We're gonna drape that over the tank for now. Also, if you guys are doing this at home yourself, make sure you guys cover your tank. I use a microfiber towel, but they do make tank covers. Make sure you cover your tank because you are gonna be draping these over. You don't wanna risk dropping anything on your tank or scratching your tank. So make sure you guys cover your tank. If you guys are wondering what these buttons are here on both sides, this is for his air ride front and rear and also his center stand. So I know a lot of you guys won't have those buttons there, so just ignore those. All right guys, so this nacelle, this plastic piece that goes around your top tree, literally just pops apart. There's a clip here in the up top, and there's also a clip here on the bottom. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, there's two clips. You gotta pull that apart. And since he has his air ride switches in here, we're not gonna take these completely off because everything's wired up for the air ride. So we're just gonna kind of spread it apart and unplug the factory wires coming out of the bars. But you guys can take these two plastic pieces off to give you guys more room if you need, but I just wanted to put that out there that we are not doing that in today's video, but it will make it easier to unplug the factory wires from the harness. That way you guys can remove the bars easier. All right guys, so your left hand controls have two wires coming out of it and your right side has one. So now we're gonna go ahead and remove these T27 Torx bolts on each side and drape the controls over the tank, get those out of the way, and then we'll be able to pull the bars off. You also have to unplug this connector here on your clutch perch. So now this side is ready to go. All we have to do is swap out the controls once we get them off the bike. All right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and remove the 4 Allen bolts here, holding on the top bar clamp, and we're gonna be using a 1/4 inch socket for that. So as you can see here on the bottom side of the bar clamp, there's a hole for your cables to run through. Your wires that are ran through the bar, they go through here, and that way this all goes together nice with no wires showing. So we're gonna go ahead and install the new Dominator Industry bars right now and run these wires through those holes, and then we'll swap over the controls after that. All right guys, before you put your top bar clamp back on, you have to grind this little nub down with like a Dremel or something. We're gonna use a Dremel. Grind that down so that the bar clamp can fit flush on your new bars. Remember, safety first. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and remove our controls now using a T20 Torx bit. You have 2 T20 Torx bolts here on the back of your switch housings. So we're gonna go ahead and take those off and install these on the new bars now. All right guys, so for the new 2024s, the throttle tube housing is totally different. So you wanna make sure you match up your new grip with how the factory grip is in here. So it kind of sits in there like that. And then this one's gonna go in there just like that. All right, so we went ahead and got the right side grip on there. Went ahead and buttoned up the control housing here with our Torx bits. So now we just have to bring our front brake master cylinder and perch up here and bolt that down. But first we're gonna go ahead and do the clutch side switch housing now. Get that all done, and then we'll worry about putting our front brake master cylinder perch up there and the clutch perch. As of right now, it's looking like we might have to extend the cables for these 12-inch bars to work, so stay tuned. All right, so we got both grips on and we got both switch control housings on, and we are gonna see if we need to extend the cables. They say on their website that for 12-inch bars, you do not need to extend your cables, so we might just have to pull them up through here, give them a little bit more slack so that they reach up here, but we're gonna go ahead and try that now and I'll report back. All right guys, so we went ahead and got the clutch lever perch and the brake master cylinder mounted to the handlebars. I just want to let you guys know you have to run the clutch cable extension that Dominator Industries sells. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But yes, we tried to pull the clutch cable as much as we could so that we didn't have to use the extension piece, but unfortunately when you turn the handlebars, there just was not enough room. The clutch cable was way too tight and you had to use the extension. So I'm gonna go over here and show you guys where the extension mounts. Okay, so the stock clutch cable on these bikes are not hydraulic, as you guys may know. So you remove the stock factory yellow piece here, this plastic piece, and you replace it with this metal one that Dominator Industries sells. This piece here threads into another metal piece. The extension piece is in here. I'm sorry I did not film this. Kind of ran into a snag with this. So basically your stock factory cable has a ball end on it. It goes into the extension piece, and then that extension piece goes right into your factory clutch cable coming down from the lever, and they meet right in here. So there's many YouTube videos out there on guys replacing this and showing you how to adjust your clutch cable, but unfortunately I did not film that just because we ran into a snag and I forgot to pick the camera up. So you do need to run this extension piece here. It's like a 4-inch cable extender in order to run these 12-inch Dominator bars on your Road Glide. So basically you slide down your factory plastic boot here to cover up your spring and your cable adjuster, and this just slides over this metal piece here, and then you use your factory booty here, or boot, to go over the plastic piece there, and then your clutch cable will stay just like that. It looks factory with the black plastic housing over that, and then the new metal housing down here. So yeah, what a pain in the butt that was, but you have to run a cable extender for your clutch if you run 12-inch bars. We just figured that out, so definitely add that to the cart as well. I will leave a link in the description below with the part number and the information for the cable extender as well. And just like that, the Dominator Industries 12-inch Big Daddy Apes installed on the new 2024 Road Glide. What do you guys think? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I think they look killer on here, guys, especially with this bike being on dirty air front and rear. This thing is slammed in the weeds. It looks killer. And those 12-inch bars look really good on there. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. So like I mentioned, these are the 12-inch Big Daddy Apes. They're 1.5 inch bars. They're very thick. They look really good. They fit really nice. The fit and finish of them are really nice. It was a very easy install, being that all the wires were already ran through the bars when we got them. We topped it off with some Arlen Ness diamond grips here. I'll leave a link in the description below for those as well. All his controls and mirrors are set and good for his riding style. The biggest snag or the biggest holdup was installing the clutch cable extension, the 4-inch extension. That was a bit tricky for me because I've never done that before, but it does still look all factory down there like you didn't even change it. They do offer an extended front brake line, but we did not need to install that. We were running the stock front brake line here. All we had to do was pull it from its like holder. There's like a little holder in here with a Torx bit. We basically pulled it out from the holder and gave us some more slack. So we were able to use the stock front brake line, but we did have to use the clutch line extension. Other than that, they were a super easy install. If you guys would like to order a set for your bike, make sure you guys check out the link in the description below. Give you guys one last look here of the 12-inch Dominator Industries Big Daddy Apes. These are the miter cuts, so they're like a straight 90-degree cut up here. They do have like the meat hook cut as well, but we went with the miter cuts on this one here, and they turned out absolutely killer. All right guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate all your support on the channel. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I got a lot of 2024 content coming up, especially with my 2024 Road Glide. Just did a huge mod to that, and I can't wait to bring it to the channel for you guys. If you guys have followed me on Instagram, you guys would have seen a sneak peek of what I'm working on with my 24. I'm really excited to get that thing out and put it on the channel. I'm also excited to bring it down to Daytona for Daytona Bike Week 2025. Yes, I will be down there, and yes, I'm taking my 24. Not sure if I'm taking both bikes just yet, but probably only going to be taking the 24 this year just because I don't have much room in the trailer to bring both bikes. So huge shout out to Dominator Industries for sending us a set of these 12-inch miter ape Big Daddy bars. These bars are really nice, guys. The fit and finish are really nice. The quality's there, and they come pre-wired. I mean, how can you beat that? If you guys haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram at DOOWORK Motorsports, all one word. I'll put it up here on the screen. Also, if you guys want some merch, you can either email me at doworkmotorsports@gmail.com or purchase it online at doworkmotorsports.com. I just launched my website, and you can now order t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies. If you have any questions, you can email me or DM me, and I will get you taken care of. I do have some new designs coming, so stay tuned for that. But that's basically gonna do it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you guys think of these Dominator Industry bars in the comments below. I wanna know your thoughts. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. All right, guys, I'm gonna open up the garage door and give you guys a cold start on John's 2024 Road Glide with the Stage 2 setup, D&D billet cat, 520 lift cam, and literally 0 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Let's see how she sounds.